Awakening fully once more, I was bathed in divine light. For a while, I enjoyed peace. I knew that eventually I would leave this behind, if only because I always have. In this place, it is always clear why. I cannot say how long I stayed and rested, but it does not matter. Eventually, I felt the form of my return, an itch I would have to scratch. As this sensation engulfed me, the story began anew. This is my story. This is the story of me, mine. My first memory is always the same. I'm walking down a corridor lined with books. My hand runs down the cloth, paper, and leather-bound spines of many familiar volumes. There are pictures on the wall of people who I recognize. I am in some of them, but I am not thinking about that. I am thinking about the sensation that I've been here before, many times, and that there is always trouble this way. Behind that door, a voice, echoing into eternity. Trouble, trouble, born into trouble, it says. Each time I am pulled through that door, that same trouble is writ large on every cell in my body. I cannot ever seem to escape it. The trouble seems to survive by using my family as its host. Each generation teaches the next to live in fear and shame, inscribing itself on every part of the organism. I received the trouble from my father. It transmitted itself to me using his voice. Unable to avoid entering, I try to be silent. I try to prepare myself, but I am always caught, and I hear the voice tell me I am worthless. My first memory is of walking down a corridor, entering a room, and hearing the voice. It has been with me ever since. He seems inescapable. He tells me this is inescapable. I believe him.
I feel like my body's changing.
Whatever.
By the time I had barely grown my first eyelash out, I was already completely over the whole situation. I know what you're thinking, but not just parents and homework and school, but existing at all, even having to be here. Sure, I've got friends, family, a high school, yada yada, but people just don't understand.
Oh, you want some of this, buddy?
Bumping a party.
looking at me? Sometimes all I want to know is, how deep does the rabbit hole really go? Whoa, yeah. Whoa, overcomes me like the night, overtaking the day. And now, in this, the dark night of the soul, I've arrived at the limit of all pleasure and worldly understanding. I feel my will slipping from me, like water draining from a scattered, broken cup.
These humans seem to experience a real disconnect between themselves and their bodies.
These humans have individualistic minds. They experience so much stress and pressure trying to exist without community.
I agree. It's like there's 7 billion of them. For sure there are at least a few others that understand how confusing this all is. No one needs to feel so alone.
If they spend more time being open with each other, they would find out how connected they all are. They seem to hold their pain and fear away from each other.
And totally. It must be incredibly isolating to be surrounded by others and yet feel so alone.
They'll figure it out eventually. Oh, but hey, Brian said he found a piece of croissant with strawberry jam on it.
Aw, hell yeah.
I'm so utterly alone, I could drown in my loneliness, with no voice to cry out for help, no one who would listen anyhow.
You are heard.
No, I did not speak. I did not say a word. I'm so ashamed.
You asked, and have been answered, nevertheless.
I'm lost. I can't remember why I'm here. Could you tell me?
You are here to remember.
Okay, that's really just the question phrased as a response.
You are here to remember why you are here. I cannot speed this up for you or make it any more straightforward.
Okay. Well, can you do anything to make the whole thing less painful or embarrassing then?
No.
Then what can you do to help?
I can assure you that everything you are experiencing and feeling is exactly right. Everything you do is right. Everything you are is right. And all is as it should be, and you need not worry.
But I'm in so much pain. Constantly.
Yes.
But I don't want to be. I need drugs.
Goodbye, child. Goodbye.
Wait, I have more questions. Do you have any drugs? Whoa! What are you now?
I'm a telepathic dog.
And anything else?
I'm your guide, but I can only take you as far as the desert.
I'm sick, tired, and hungry, but lead the way. Oh, fuck. To the desert. Where are you leading me?
Beyond this desert, there's a river. A wise man lives there. What he knows could help you.
I don't see how it could. I'm hopeless.
Then it will not harm you to try.
How much further do we have to go?
I'm leaving you in the morning. You must finish the crossing on your own. Do not let your doubts consume you, or you will be lost to the desert.
I can't believe that dog just up and left this morning. I don't know if I'm even headed in the right direction. It seems like every person I've met so far knows more than I do. It's so embarrassing. God, if I had to watch myself do this whole thing over and over again, I don't know if I could suffer it. Once is enough. This wise man that the dog mentioned better have been worth the trip. Ugh, what fortitude! I changed my mind. I hope this guy can help me. Oh, so cold. My damn knees. Please, sir, could you help me? I'm so hungry. I've been burned and frozen. I've become so weak. I'm so cold.
And you have no control over that?
What?
Do you feel cold, or do you think it feels cold? Because these are two different things.
I think that I'm cold. Are you saying if I think differently, I might feel differently?
Aha! Precisely. What if you're not cold? What if your mind is the only thing perceiving this cold? Could that be?
I could be convinced of the merits of thinking that way, if it worked. Is this a form of meditation? How did you learn this?
Nature teaches. There is no studying here, only doing. Only letting go of what you previously believed your body was capable of.
I think I can do that.
You see, we humans have become completely disconnected from our bodies.
I've been experiencing that. How do I try to be in my body when I'm already in it?
Okay, inquisitive fellow. I will show you quite literally. Then will you let it go and breathe?
I will try.
Now breathe. Allow your breath to overcome your mind. Embrace the breath. Embrace life. In and out like a wave. When we breathe this way, we are taking in deep amounts of oxygen. This changes our biochemistry, reducing acidity and creating an alkali state in our bodies. This will lower our blood pressure, reduce inflammation, and allow our bodies to heal. Are you following me?
The drugs are in your mind.
Cold exposure will also aid in this.
In your mind.
Because when we go into the cold, our brain releases opioids and cannabinoids, which combat the stress and
The
pain.
drugs are in your mind.
Overall, creating a sense of well-being and euphoria.
Let them out. Let them free.
But above all, our willingness in ourselves and our belief we can do this will create the cycle. A cycle of self-awareness and fulfillment that will allow us to reach our true potential. Now breathe. Most things in life are quite temporary. This you will find with very few exceptions. The breath being one of these exceptions. And the breath's direct connection to the mind and the universe is akin to no other, friend.
I feel calm, rested, and warm. Thank you for this knowledge, Sage Teacher. I feel ready to embrace the cold.
Now that you know what you seek, the answers shall find you. Now, embrace the cold. Jump in. Do not fear death. Fear not fully living.
I will, Sensei. I will. Oh my god, it is fucking freezing. What sorts of dreams are these? Who? So vibrant, so beautiful.
Now I'm over here.
What a glorious creature.
So glad you made it.
You want to, hang out and...
I understand all the words, but I don't know what she's saying.
How was your last stop? And the ride over? Did you learn anything interesting?
What's happening to me? All the energy's leaving my body.
There you go.
Is this some kind of test? I'm so cold. I feel as if I could sleep forever. How do I escape? How do I make it stop? I can't make it stop, but I can accept the discomfort and the pain. I can acknowledge how horrible it feels. I can breathe. I can try to be in this body. It can feel good, too.
You found your body. Now, let's discover where it is. Okay, so describe where we are. Excellent. Yes! This is the present moment. Now, let's connect with it. Stand up and plant your feet into the earth. Not that kind of plant, silly. Ground yourself. Imagine the ground coming out from under your feet.
So I'm falling?
Well, not exactly. Imagine there's no backdrop. How do you know you're falling without any context?
Then I'd be floating.
You are now seeing that we are all connected. Everything is made up of these energy particles, shifting, moving, merging, separating. They are here and there, then
Now. As my awareness came back to me, for the first time, I began to remember. The first thing I remembered, I had a score to settle. Through this door, I knew there would be trouble.
I see you're getting close to knowing the source.
The what?
The source. The light within you, in all of us. The essence that connects everything. It has no religion, no master. It simply is.
The source.
What's keeping you from the light? Your ego. That which you hold so dear. The thinker. The self, running from the past to a non-existent future. But that's not all you are. You're also the watcher. Nameless, timeless, connected. And you've been here.
Who is that?
Waiting for you. The time is now. You must destroy your ego, and you must destroy it now.
It is somehow reassuring to arrive here again, knowing that this moment would come. I expected that I would be afraid, except my body seems to know, seems to remember better than me, that this is ordinary. As much as anything is that. Ordinary, I mean. Each one of my cells knows, the same as they know love, the same as they remember pain, that this is the way of things. I have lived as a vessel already broken, and I am grateful. I tried as best as I could to live in harmony with my little world, to try to understand how to care for the people and the things in it.
Check out this guy. Oh, no.
I know that I did the best I could.
Let's get him!
I've always wanted to be ready for the moment that I would have to say goodbye. Because it is a hard thing to say goodbye, and a sad thing. And no amount of understanding the reasons will ever make it less so. It is all I can do, all I have learned to do, to accept the sensation. I feel it move through me, causing me to quiver and shake. I slowly lose grasp of my own thoughts. Who was the thinker? Did I know them? What a funny thing. It's like slipping into a dream where the water is cold but my awareness is fresh and sharp, like a dull blade that's been honed back to a razor's edge. I am the razor's edge. I am a single atom, running in a straight line, cutting through the veil of reality. Too sharp to even exist, every wave of reality that tries to overtake me falls apart, riven in two, like a silk handkerchief, falling over the precise fact of my consciousness. I am racing through time and space, like a lightning bolt. I cannot tell if I am traveling from the sky to the earth, or from the earth to the sky. But that means I must be dead. Awakening fully once more, I was bathed in divine light. For a while, I enjoyed peace. I knew that eventually I would leave this behind, if only because I always have. In this place, it is always clear why. I cannot say how long I stayed and rested, but it does not matter. Eventually, I felt the urgency building, like an itch someone would have to scratch. As the sensation engulfed me, the story began anew.
So here's the thing. If you want a wider smile than you've ever had before, just check your intuition when stepping through this door. Avoid your loving urges to be real. A place of worship where the leopards can always find a meal. Don't you know we're just horsing around in the void, trying to find some meaning while the stable gets destroyed. I promise that we're just horsing around that void, feeling for some hope while all the world leaders get paranoid. I think it's just called horsing. In the void, when you are emptied out and taxidermied, stuffed with eternal joy. Horsing. In the void. You are placed behind glass, where you can't be touched or blamed. Here you can rest. You are finally just skin.